So FitStrips are interproximal abrasive strips that you see here. We have multiple designs that are set up to either trim one side of an interproximal space, two sides, subgingival. There's a serrated saw. We'll take a look at each one of those. The main use for FitStrip is when you need to do IPR for aligners or ortho treatment. They are designed to remove very controlled amounts of enamel interproximally so that you can follow the ClinCheck and make the space necessary for your clear aligner treatment cases to work. So depending on what interproximal space that you're working on, you would use either a double-sided fit strip. So you see the unit here that has the holes in it is double-sided abrasive designed to remove material from both sides of the interproximal space. There is a single-sided, you see this side does not have abrasive on it. You would not use this fit strip when doing IPR. This is a subgingival fit strip. So when we're talking about IPR, let's take that one right out of the picture. So the process is to initially break contact with the serrated piece. The gray barrel is, there's no abrasive on this, but the edge is serrated. And I'm going to zoom way in here a minute. And through the magic of video editing, Niati is going to make this happen really fast for you. So you can see here the serrated edge, and that you pass this between the teeth using a back and forth motion to initially break the contact. It's extremely thin, but in order to fit the other strips in, you have to initially break the contact. So that's what this is for. In a non-IPR case, this strip can be used to separate teeth that have been inadvertently bonded together. Very, very handy for that. And also if you're needing to lighten a contact between teeth a little bit, this would be the first strip that you would use. In an IPR case, the next strip in the series would be the thinnest one, which is the yellow barreled strip, double-sided as you can see here. And the yellow barreled strip is 0.11 millimeters thick. So this would be the first one that you would pass through the interproximal space. The strips have multiple thicknesses here, and what you do is step through the series to achieve the appropriate amount of interproximal reduction. So we have the 0.11, we have 0.15, 0.21, and then the green one is 0.3. And there are additional sizes that go all the way up to 0.5, depending upon what your ClinCheck says you have to reduce the teeth to. So you don't want to skip any steps. You start with the thinnest one, work your way up, tell the size that you need, and then we have very conveniently labeled gauges so that you can check to make sure that you have in fact reduced the appropriate amount according to the ClinCheck. So then it's a good idea to stop before you get one step below where you want to have the final amount of interproximal reduction, because then you will use you go back down through the series, because of course the thicker of the strip, the more abrasive the grit is, and you want to smooth that back off because you don't want to leave it really rough interproximally. So you go back down through the steps down to the ultra fine and smooth that out. So if you go all the way to, let's say your ClinCheck is a 0.4, and you go all the way to a 0.4 and then step back down through the polishing steps, you're going to have too large of a gap. So stop one size less than what you think you need, and then go back down through and polish that up interproximally. So that's really for IPR use. Let's say you did a class 2 filling and things are just a little bit rough when you're done interproximally and you want to smooth that off a little bit. You would use a single-sided strip, probably starting with the ultrafine yellow like this. Use the single-sided strip to polish away any roughnesses. If you're feeling a little bit of catch with the floss after a class 2, this is a good way to remove that. And you want, of course, this is flat and straight. The barrel on here is not just color coding for the different thicknesses. You turn the barrel and it curves the blade. So that allows you to get an appropriate contour interproximally and not flatten out your contact area. So that's a very handy feature of these. Some strips on the market, you actually have to like squeeze them and hold that tension to curve that, and it's very difficult to do interproximally or when you're working interorally. This, you can set that curvature and it stays that way, and if you need to get your hand completely out of the way, you can attach the handle, and now you can retract the cheek with a finger or mirror, and your hand is outside the patient's mouth to do that work. And let's say you're seating a crown, or you've got a little excess cement interproximally, or you've got, again, a more of a subgingival type of a catch in your or overhang in your class 2 composite. If you've got excess cement, the saw works pretty good to remove that, and then you can get in. That's what this strip is for. The subgingival strip is to be able to push this down. You see right there, it does not have abrasive on it. So you can push that down between the teeth without messing up your contact area. And you see the strip is much narrower too, okay? So we get it down deep, get it past the contact area, and then we can use the abrasive to smooth out that deeper area without interfering with your contact. And these subgingival strips are all single-sided. There's no abrasive on the back side here. Okay, so those are the different styles of strips. There's 4 different styles. So single-sided, double-sided, serrated, and subgingival. So it's just a question of determining what is your target procedure, and then you can, of course, pick your kit accordingly. All of these different thicknesses and single-sided, everything, that you can get them just in, let's say, a refill. You can get like 4 of a specific subgingival size, or there's a lot of different combinations on the website. So it's not like you have to buy a kit if you're only doing occasional let's say smoothing of a rough contact area. Maybe you want to just pick up a pack of 4 of the single-sided, really thin ones. You can do that. The serrated one is actually, this is the #1 selling strip. This is just handy for so many things, this little serrated guy. So this is a great place to start with FitStrip if you haven't tried them before. Pick up a pack of the serrated strips, because you'll find a lot of uses for them. And again, that is the #1 seller. But again, there are multiple kits available. It's just a question of determining what it is that you're doing the most of. If you do a lot of Invisalign, there are IPR kits specifically set up with just double-sided strips going all the way up to 0.5 millimeters. There's a subgingival kit, and there are, of course, mixed kit where you get a little bit of everything. So it's pretty easy to find exactly what it is that you need in the FitStrip line, depending on the cases that you're wanting to use it for.